Hello student, in this video I am going to solve the most expected question in JEE 2020 from the chapter General Organic Chemistry. So let me solve you the first question here. Ketene as. So we have to identify the hybridization of the carbon in the word the ketene. So first you have to know what exactly the word the ketene. The ketene is nothing but this one, that is the word the CH2 double bond C double bond O. This is what you are going to call the word the ketene. The IUPAC name is the word the ethenone. Okay, the IUPAC name is what? The ethenone. But here you have to identify the word the hybridization of the word the carbon here. So we know the word the valency of the carbon is the word the 4. So if the carbon is surrounded by the word the 4 sigma bond, it is always a which is the word the sp3. If it is surrounded by the 3 sigma and the word the 1 pi bond, it is a sp2. If it is surrounded by the word the 2 sigma and the which in the word the 2 pi bond, it is a which on the sp hybrid. This is only for the which on the carbon here. So let me go for the word this one here. Suppose if I write you the particular structure here, this is the word the CH2. Okay, I'm going to write this one. Okay, so see this one here. So I'm going to erase this one. Okay, see the first one here. So CH2, this is the word the H. Here it is the word the double bond C double bond O. See this one. From this carbon to this oxygen, the first bond is the sigma, next thing is the word the pi bond. Here also the sigma, this is the word the pi bond, and here it is sigma and the word the sigma. Just identify this one here. We can identify the 3 sigma and the word the 1 pi bond. Hence this carbon is a which in the word the sp2. And if I identify this carbon, we are having 2 pi bond and the word the 2 sigma bond. Hence it is a which is the word the sp. Now we can identify the hybridization in the word the carbon and ketene, that is sp2 and sp. Okay, hence the option is B. The option is B. So next one, the IUPAC name of the word the compound. Okay, let me write the particular structure here. Okay, see this one here. This is the word the benzene ring we are having. Okay, so this is the word the benzene, and here they are given the word the N. And see this one. So this group I am going to write the complete structure here. That is the C double bond OH, and here we are having which is the word the deuterium. Okay, you just have to go to this one. It is not an aldehyde. This functional group is a which one? The amide. This functional group is a which is what? The amide. So we know the what the rules and regulations according to the what the IUPAC system. We have to give the preference to the what the functional group. Okay, you just go to this one. So these are the, this will be act as a substituent, but it is attached to the which on the nitrogen. It is a which on the N derivatives. Hence you just identify this one. This one we are going to call it as a phenyl. This one we are going to call it as a word the deutero. Okay, so according to the alphabetical order, the D comes first. Hence I am going to write that is the word the N, that is the word the deutero. Okay, this is the nitrogen substituted. Again we are engaging the one more substitution in the word the nitrogen. That means we are going to call it as a word the phenol. And come to the word the main thing, especially this one here. Okay, how many carbon including the functional group? The 1. So if it is 1 carbon, what you are going to call, that is the word the methane. So the methane, the suffix for the amide is amide only. Hence this is the word the IUPAC. N deutero N phenyl methanamide. Okay, hence in this case the option is C. Okay, so next one. Which of the following is correctly matched with the degree of unsaturation? Okay, this is the most important questions in the word the G. Okay, so the commonly they may ask the which in the degree of unsaturations here. Okay, so see this one. So we're having equations to calculate the degree of unsaturation. You have to remember this one, the degree of unsaturation. So which is equal to, you have to count the number of the carbon. So minus, again you have to count the number of the hydrogen, that is divided by the 2. Again you have the minus x by 2. Then you have to write the plus. Suppose if it is containing a nitrogen, n by 2 plus 1. This is the equation. Okay, so now let me go solve the first one here. So I'm going to write the which is the molecular formula for this one here. So in this first case we are having a 7 carbon. So we are having a 7 carbon. And the next thing is the hydrogen is also the 7. Okay, here it is the 5 plus 2 is the 7, and nitrogen is 1, oxygen is also the 1. Okay, let me calculate the degree of unsaturation by using this equation. Carbon is 7, and the next thing is the hydrogen is 7. I'm going to write the 7 by 2. So again the nitrogen, that means we don't have the halogens. Let me take the nitrogen here, that is the 1. So 1 by 2, the plus 1. Okay, just go to this one. If I want to calculate this one, this becomes the 14. So minus 7, so plus 1 plus 2 divided by the what, the 2. Okay, just go to this one here. Okay, so here what you are going to get, there's a finally we are going to get the 10 by 2, that is the, which is the what, the 5. But here what they are given, that is the what, the 4, but what we got, that is the what, the 5. So hence this is not the correctly matched. Okay, so let me solve the what, the next one, that is the what, the second one here. Okay, I'm going to write the what, the particular, the what, the molecular formula here. In the second one we are having a 10 carbon, and we are having a which one, the what, the 8 hydrogen, and also we are having which is the what, the 1 oxygen. Okay, so let me calculate this one here. This is the what, the 10 minus 8 by 2 plus 1, and here if you do the further calculations, here we are going to get the which is the what, the 7. Okay, here it exactly match. So if you go for the next one here, that's the third one. Okay, so now here we got the 5 in the first case, in the 7 in the second case. Just go to the third one here. So the molecular formula is C9, and we are having a hydrogen is the what, the 5, oxygen is the which one. So here you just go to the what, the oxygens in this one, that is the what, the 2 plus 2, that total is the what, the 4, and the chlorine is the which is the what, the 1. Okay, so I'm going to calculate here. The carbon is the what, the 9, so minus 5 by 2 minus 1 by 2 plus 1. If you do the further calculations here, we are going to get the which is the what, the 7. Okay, and the next thing is the last one. The molecular formula what we got is the what, the C9 H7 and the what, the N1. Okay, so again if you do the calculations here, what you are going to have, this is the 9 minus 7 by 2. Okay, so again you have to take the what, the plus, because we don't have the what, the halogens here, and next the what, the plus 1. Okay, if you do the further calculations here also, we are going to get the what, the 7. Okay, it correctly matches with the what, the structure, that is the what, the second one. Okay, remember one thing, this is the what, the most important questions. The commonly they are going to ask the which is the what, the this one. Okay, and also I'm going to explain the what, the tricks, especially in this one. Okay, see the one more thing here. So actually according to this calculations, here we got the what, the 5. Okay, here we got the which is the what, the 5, and here we got the which is the what, the 7. Okay, and here also we got the which is the what, the 7, and here also we got the what, the 7, but correctly matches with the what, the second one. Okay, so now you just go to the what, the next one here. Okay, I'm going to tell you the what, the one more the concept here. Okay, the one more concept. Okay, so see this one here. So here we got the which is the what, the 7, isn't it, by doing the what, the calculation. Here we got the which is the what, the 5, here also we got the which is the what, the 7, and also we got the what, the 7. Okay, so remember one thing here, the one more concept here. The number of ring plus pi bond, so which is equal to which one, the degree of unsaturation. The degree of unsaturation. Okay, this is the what, the simple way to identify the degree of unsaturation. Just identify the first one, it exactly gives you the degree of unsaturation. Okay, number of ring is your the 1. Okay, see the pi bond here. Here we are having which is the 3 pi bond. Okay, so this is the 3 pi bond, and if you split the structure between the carbon to oxygen, we are getting which is the one more. This is the pi bond. Okay, I'm going to write. So 3 pi bond in the what, the ring, and the 1 pi bond in the carbonyl, and the finally what we got, that is the what, the 5. You just go to this one. Here we got the 5. This is for the first one. Just go for the second one. Ring we are having which is the what, the 1. So the pi bond present in the what, the ring is the what, the 3. Okay, and see the what, the pi bond here. Here we got the 2 pi bond, and here we having which is the 1 pi bond. Okay, the total that becomes the what, the 3, that becomes the which is the what, the 7. Okay, just go to this one. Similarly for the what, the third one here. Okay, just go to this one here. So the ring is 1, the pi bond present in the ring is the what, the 3, and you just identify the what, the next one. Here it is 1, here it is 1, and here it is also 1. Again we got the 3 pi bond, the total is which one, this is what, the 7. Similarly for the fourth one, you just go to this one. The ring is 1, 3 pi bond in the what, the ring. Okay, and again we just identify. So here we are having a 1 pi bond, here we are having which is the 2 pi bond. Okay, so now here also we got the which is the what, the 3, the total is the what, just 7. Okay, that means the number of ring plus pi bond which is equal to which in the degree of unsaturation. Either you can go for that one, or else you can go for this one. Okay, so next one. So see the next question here. How many pairs of electrons are there in the given compound? Okay, just identify this one here. Okay, so we know that we are having which is the carbon. So again we are having a hydrogen, oxygen, and also what you are having this what, the sulfur. Okay, but you just identify the what, the oxygen. Generally we know that oxygen contains the what, the 2 lone pair of electrons. Okay, and even the what, the sulfur also contains the what, the 2 lone pair of electrons. We are having a 2 bond pair. Okay, the bonding electrons like this. Okay, you just identify this one here. So why we are going to write the word the plus? Because out of the 2 lone pair of electrons, one of the lone pair of electron is involved in the bond formation. What is the remaining here? This is what the 2, sorry 1. Okay, come to this one here. So here we are engaging the 2 lone pair and the 2 bond pair here. These 2 bond pair, they bonded towards the benzene ring here. The remaining is which is the 2 lone pair. Okay, so this lone pair will be present on this is the sulfur, and here out of the 2, 1 is present. The total number of the pairs will be the that is the 3. Okay, so now we have to identify, because the 16 group elements, okay, because both they belongs to the 16 group here, so they contains the 2 lone pair and the 2 bond pair. Out of, in this case, 1 is involved in the bond formation, and the remaining is 1. Here is the 2, hence it is 3. So next one. Now see the next one here. The maximum and the inductive effect is exerted by the group. Okay, so here you have to remember the most the effective one. So but here they given the particularly the negative one. Okay, just identify this one here. The strongest electron withdrawing group is this one. This one you have to remember. This is the ammonium ion. Sometimes the hydrogen is replaced by the alkyl. Suppose if you're talking about the trialkyl ammonium, that is the most electron withdrawing compared to the ammonium. So next comes the which is the nitro group. This is the next one. Okay, so next one we are having which is the nitrile, and the next one we are having which is the carboxylic acid, and the rest comes the which is the halogens. We are having which one the more electronegative: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So after this one we are having which is the trifluoromethane. Okay, so next comes the which is the alkoxide group. Okay, and afterwards we are having which is the OH group. And again we are having which is the NH2 group. Again we are having which is the C6H5, and finally this is the least is which one, this is the hydrogen. But here to identify the most effective one, you just identify this one here. So we are having which one the halogens here. So compared to the NH2 is here, and the C6H5 is here, and the alkox here. The maximum inductive effect is exerted by the group is the halogen, hence the option is which one, the C. Okay, so you have to remember this concept. This is the order of the electron withdrawing group here. Okay, next one. Which of the following species will not show hyperconjugation effect? Okay, so the one more concept here. So you can expect the one question based on the hyperconjugation. Okay, so see this one here. So where we are going to identify the hyperconjugation, just identify this one, hyperconjugation. Okay, so now remember the one of the concept here. So where we can identify the hyperconjugation, if alkyl group, okay, remember one thing here, if alkyl group containing, so that means this alkyl group they have to contain, okay, so they have to contain hydrogen atom, at least one hydrogen atom. When this group is attached to the either alkene or else carbocation. Alkene, either the alkene or carbocations, or maybe which is the free radical. Okay, whichever the alkyl group is attached to the alkene, carbocation and free radicals, that carbon they have to contain within the hydrogen. Okay, so if this hydrogen is attached to these of the particular group, we can identify the hyperconjugation. Just identify this one. So this is the alkyl group. Just go to the first one here. Here we are having the 3 hydrogen. At least we require the 1. Okay, so this involved in the hyperconjugation. Let me show you the particular hyperconjugations here. So if this group is attached to the alkene or carbocations, or maybe the which is the free radical. Okay, so here we are having which in the 3 hydrogen. We require only the 1. Okay, just go to this one. This completely breaks, and here you are going to get. We can identify the hyperconjugation. Come to the second one here. So just come to the second one here. So here we are hanging over the alkene. So either here we are hanging over the 2 hydrogens here, and here also we are hanging within the 2 hydrogens. Okay, either this carbon here or maybe here. That means you just go to this one. This will be involved, completely breaks. Again it will be goes like this. Okay, so this is the hyperconjugation. So come to the next one here. Here we are having a CH2, and here we are having a CH. See the next one here. Instead of the hydrogen, they are given the which is the deuterium. The property will be the same. Instead of the hydrogen, this will be goes here. It will be breaks. We can identify the which in the hyperconjugation. Come to the this one here. This is the exceptions here. This is the exceptions here. Just go to this one here. Here we can identify the bicyclo compound. Okay, this is the bicyclo compound. This is the alkene, and here we can identify the one hydrogen. This is the one hydrogen. Remember one thing: whenever the hydrogen whenever the hydrogen, this is the breaks the bond here, that means they donates the electrons to the this one. So that means the positions of this carbon and this sp2 should be the same, the position, that means exactly the parallel like this. Okay, just identify this one here. Suppose if I identify this one, we can identify the parallel here, we can identify the donations. Okay, but here it is not the exactly the parallel to this one, because it forms the bridge. Okay, so whenever this carbon, whenever if I identify the bridged carbon, so if this bridged carbon is attached to the which is the particularly the alkene, not only the alkene, it may be carbocation, it may be the free radicals, here we can't identify the particular the hyperconjugation. The reason is which one, it is not exactly parallel to the particular the sp2 hybridized carbon. Okay, because of that, even though it contains the hydrogen, this one does not show hyperconjugation. This concept you have to remember, even though it contains the hydrogen, but why it never donates the electrons, because it is not parallel to the which one the sp2 hybridized carbon atom. Hence in this case we can't identify the which one, the hyperconjugation. Hence the option is the which one, the D. Okay, next one. So find the strongest acid among the following compounds. Okay, this is the most important one here. Okay, so just identify this one. So it is not a which one the acid. Okay, now we know that the phenol is also acid, carboxylic acid. Again this one. Okay, just come to this one. Compared to the phenol, carboxylic acid is the which one the strongest acid. Okay, so strongest the organic acid. Okay, just go to this one. That means so these two are not a which is the strongest here. Okay, now we have to identify between these two. Okay, just go to this one here. So let me take the option C here, and also the D. So this is the carboxylic acid. Just I am going to write it in this form here. Okay, this is the double bond O, and here what you are having, that is the this one. Okay, this is the ester here. Okay, so again I am going to take the last one, that is the orthotolic acid. This is the orthotolic acid. Okay, just go to this one here. So here in both the case we can identify the which is the ortho effects. So remember one thing, whenever if I identify the ortho effect here, the acidic strength, so that means the acidic strength will be the increase, that becomes the strongest acid. Okay, see this one, what exactly the ortho effects here. Consider if you have the carboxylic acid, this is the benzoic acid. If you have any group in the ortho positions, okay, just identify. Here also we are having a ortho position, here also we are having the ortho position. Between these two, you just identify this one here. Between these two we can identify the repulsion. Whenever they get the repulsion, here the H plus releases, because here the bond cleavage taking place at here, because due to the repulsion, the bond breaks between the oxygen to the hydrogen, hence the H plus releases, hence they act as a which in the acidic in nature. And the same concept we can identify here also, because here also what you are having the which is the group. Okay, it is a which is the bulky group. Here also what you are having the bulky group. When the bulky group is attached to the ortho positions, okay, we can identify the repulsion. Here also what does that release the H plus. So now you have to identify which is the strongest acid. Both shows you the ortho effect. Then you have to identify what type of the group is this one. Okay, you just identify this group is the electron donating group, and this group is which is the electron withdrawing group. Okay, both shows ortho effect. Then you have to go to the which is the electron withdrawing, because remember one thing, for any acid if there is a presence of electron withdrawing group, they always act as a which is the strong acid. They always act as a strong acid. But here ortho effect is the main does the concept, and apart from the ortho effect, what is the next thing we are having? In this case we can identify the ortho effect as well as the which is the negative inductive effect, that is this one. So we can identify both ortho plus negative inductive effect, but here we can identify ortho plus inductive, the positive inductive effect, and this is the weak acid compared to this one. Okay, so if you neglect this one, this is the strongest acid. Okay, hence in this case the option is C. The option is C. Next one, the most acidic hydrogen is present in. Okay, so let me write the particular structure, that becomes very easy to identify the most acidic hydrogen here. Okay, just go this one, CH3C double bond O. Again what you are having, CH2, and this is the C double bond O CH3. Okay, so this is already there given, this is the C. Okay, this is a carbonyl group. I'll go for the which is the C. Just go to the C here, just go to this one here. CH3 C double bond O. This is what the one time, and here I am going to write the word the H, the one more hydrogen. Again we are having a C double bond O, CH3, and again we are having which is the word the C double bond O, CH3. So here we are having like this. Okay, so this is the particular word the structures for this condensed formula. Let me take the fourth one also. Is nothing but the tertiary butyl alcohol. It is a tertiary butyl alcohol we are having like this. Okay, just go to this one here. So here we are having a tertiary butyl alcohol. Okay, see this one here. So now this group will be the which is the electron withdrawing group, because we know that the carbonyl carbon they act as a which is the electron withdrawing. So the reason is a which one, because the oxygen is more electronegative than the which is the carbon. So here I can write the delta plus, this will be the the delta minus. This means this will be requires electrons. This will be act as a which is the electron withdrawing. So towards itself. Okay, just go this one. This is electron withdrawing, and here also we can identify the same property here. This will be withdraws electron towards itself. But how many electron withdrawing group we are having? This is the 2. But what about here? The 3. That means more the number of the electron withdrawing group, the more will be the active methylene group. This becomes the more active. We can easily break the bond. Okay, so what does it releases? H plus. Here also it releases the H plus, but compared to the C, this will be the less. Hence, the most acidic hydrogen is a which one? This one. Okay, hence the option is a which one? The C. Okay, but here it is very difficult to break the bond, because all are having the electron donating. They shows you the plus I effects, and the cleavage becomes the very less. Here also we can identify the more the acidic one. Okay, but the strongest is the C. The next comes the A. Next comes the B, because still we are having which is this electron. This is the withdrawing. Here may cleave. Okay, here also they may cleave. Okay, so hence we can identify the most acidic hydrogen in this one. The option is C. Okay, next one. Okay, the most unstable carbocation. So you can expect the one more questions based on the carbocation, not the same question, similar type of the questions here. Okay, just go to this one here. So remember the one concept here. So consider your angle which is the carbocation. Okay, the main thing, if the carbocation is attached to electron donating group, stability increases. Okay, you have to identify this concept here. Stability increases. If the carbocation is attached to if the electron withdrawing group is directly attached to the carbocation, stability is what? Decreases. So this is the main thing you have to remember. Okay, stability. Okay, so now you just identify. So you just identify this group. This is the electron donating group. Electron donating stability is what? The increases. Just go to this one. This is the electron withdrawing group. Stability is what? The decreases. Okay, here it is what? The increases. Okay, so come to this one here. This is also, so you just identify this group here. So this group I am going to explain here. This is what? The CH2. This is the plus, and here we are having it is the carbonyl group. So you just go to the previous question, then you come to know this is the delta plus, this is the delta minus. That means, sorry, this is the delta plus. Okay, so we know that this will be the electron deficient. This withdraws the electrons towards itself. That means this will be act as the electron withdrawing. Okay, and here also we are having electron withdrawing. See the positions here. Here it is not directly attached to the carbocation, but here this group is directly attached to the carbocation. Hence, if the electron withdrawing group is directly attached to the carbocation, stability will be gradually decreases. That means the more will be the which one? Unstable. Come to the last one here. You just go to this one here. This is the carbocation, and see the next one here. It is attached to the which is the oxygen here. It contains the lone pair. So this will be act as an electron donating group. Stability goes on increases. Okay, what you have to identify in this case the unstable one. Okay, the unstable will be the which is the most unstable is the C. Next comes the which is the B. Next comes the A, and the next comes the D. But D is the which is the stability of this carbocation is more. Remember one thing, why the stability is more? Because if the carbocation is attached to an atom containing a more number of the lone pair of electron, the stability will be the more. So maybe the oxygen, maybe the nitrogen. But here the question is the unstable here. Okay, hence the option is which one? C. So next one. The tautomerism is not exhibited by. Okay, the tautomerism is not exhibited by. Okay, so I'll tell you some of the tricks to identify which of the compound shows tautomerism, which one does not shows a tautomerism. Okay, let me take the particular the simple representations here. That is the A. single bond B, double bond C. Just consider this one here. Okay, so A, it may be any atom. A, it may be any atom. A, it may be any atom, but not hydrogen. But not hydrogen. Okay, but this atom they have to contain hydrogen. This atom they have to contain hydrogen. And next thing is what the one of the properties is what the hybridization should be the what the sp3. Hybridization should be the sp3 and should not be sp2, or that is the what the bridged carbon atom. Should not be a bridged carbon atom, because in the bridged carbon atom we can identify the what the sp3, but you have to exceptions here. Okay, so A, it may be any atom but not hydrogen, but this atom they have to contain at least one hydrogen. The condition for this atom is what they have to show the what the sp3, and what should be not, that is it should not be a sp2 hybridized carbon atom, or the particle the atom, or should not be a which in the bridged carbon atom. Okay, but see this one here, that means they have to contain the what the hydrogen. Okay, let me write the what the particular the number 1, 2 and the what the 3. So but see this one, this C is nothing but the what the carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, or maybe the what the sulfur. It may be what the anything. Okay, but what you have to identify in this case is a migration from the what the 1 to the what the 3, the hydrogen migration. Okay, here if you have the what the hydrogen, that will be shifted towards the what the this one, and here you can identify the what the double bond like this. This is the what the migration we can identify, and it attains the equilibrium. It attains the what the dynamic equilibrium, which is containing the same molecular formula. Once only there is a shifting of the which is the what the hydrogen from the what the first to the what the third one. Okay, let me identify in this case here. Okay, this one you have to remember here. Okay, just go to this one. Let me explain this one here. See the first one here. So I'm going to indicate the word the A, B and C. So just go to this one here. I can identify this one. So this one I can write it as a word the C. This one I can write it as a word the B. A, it may be here or maybe this one. So what is the properties of the word the A? A, it may be any atom but not hydrogen. Okay, but here the A is a which in the carbon. But what is the next thing here? They have to contain sp3, but here what you can identify the word the sp2. Even it contains the hydrogen, but what is the hybridations? sp2. Hence this one does not shows the which one? Hybrid, so the tautomerism. Just go to this one here. So whether the word the rest of the compound shows, just identify this one. I can write this is the word the B, this is the word the C, and this is the word the A. A, it may be any atom but not the hydrogen, but they have to contain hydrogen. This A contains hydrogen. See this one. So this one comes here and this one goes here. Okay, I'm going to write the particle the word the representations here. Okay, see this one. This is the word the benzene ring here. So after the word the migrations here. Okay, here N. Okay, H, single bond. Okay, sorry, this is the word the C. Okay, this is the word the C. Okay, this is the word the H. Okay, so this is the word the CH2. Okay, single bond N, double bond O after this one. So here you just identify. Here we got the which in the particle the word the migration from the A to the word the C. So here which shows the word the tautomerism. Come to this one. Here I can write the word the B. This is the word the C. This is the word the A. Okay, you can identify here or maybe here also. So A is a which is the word the any atom, but what is the hybridations here? sp3. So here we can identify. So because this contains the word the hydrogen, that means the migration from A to C, here we can identify. See the particle the word the tautomerism here. So here it forms. Okay, this is the word the double bond O. So what do you have to write here? This is the double bond. Here is a single bond OH, and the rest remains the word the same. Here also what does it forms the word the keto-enol tautomers. Come to this one. This is the word the B, this is the word the C, this is the word the A. A here also you can take. It may be anything. This is the word the sp3 hybridation. Here it contains the word the hydrogen, the migration from here to here, and this comes here. And finally what we got is this one. Okay, just go this one. This is the word the double bond, and here what you are going to have the word the OH. Okay, so in the rest of the three, this is the compound we can identify the word the tautomers, but not in the word the first one. Okay, hence the option is the word the A. And you have to remember this concept here. This is the simple tricks to identify the word the tautomers here. Okay, so next one. How many optically active stereoisomers are possible for butane 2,3 diol? Okay, let me write the particular structures here. Okay, just go this one. So CH3, and again we are having COH. The second positions we are having a OH. Third positions also we are having a OH. The next thing is the word the CH3. You just identify the word the total number of isomer, but Here where first you have to identify the total number of isomer, then you have to identify the optically active. Here this is the chiral carbon, this also the chiral carbon. We can use this equation 2 power n, that is the 2 power 2. The total number of isomers will be the 4. Okay, we got the first one. And now take the mirror images of this one. If you take the mirror images of this one, here we are going to get C, this is the H, here also the H, this is the CH3, and just go to this one. This is the OH, and this is the OH. So this is the first isomer, this is the second isomer. Now still we have to get the two more isomer. I'm just changing the OH to the left hand side and hydrogen to the right hand side. Okay, just go to this one here. CH3, here it is the CH, and the rest remains the same. Okay, here also what you are having the CH3, and here it is the H, and this is the OH. And now next thing you have to identify, you take the mirror images of this one. You are getting the one more isomer. Okay, this is the third one. Okay, this is the third isomer. So see this one here. So if I take the mirror images of this one, and here we are going to get, this is the H, and this is the OH, and here it is the OH, and here it is the H, and here it is the CH3. So now we got the which is this one. Okay, just identify this one. So we can identify the chiral carbon here. But optically active means what? The one of the condition is the molecule they have to contain the which is the chiral carbon. This is one of the condition. And next thing is should not be plane of symmetry. So now we have to identify what exactly the plane of symmetry. Okay, plane of symmetry means what? It is an imaginary plane. So you just identify it. If you cut into the two halves, the part above the plane, which is mirror images to the part below the plane. That means if you cut, okay, if you cut this one and keep the mirror here, you are going to get this image. This is what you are going to call the plane of symmetry. If I identify the plane of symmetry, it is optically inactive. But here also what you can identify the plane of symmetry. You just identify here. In this case, if you cut into the two half, the part above the plane which is not mirror images to the part below the plane, hence this becomes the optically active, this also becomes the optically active, because we can't identify the plane of symmetry. But out of the 4 isomer, the 2 are optically active. Okay, hence the option is which one? B. The option is B. Okay, so next one, the correct configuration assigned for the given compound. Okay, this is the most important one. Okay, I am sure about the particular question also. Okay, you may get the one questions based on this one. Okay, let me write the particular structure here. There is the CH3, and here it is the COH. Okay, and again the C, and this is the NH2, and this is the CH3. Okay, so now I am going to explain the how to identify this is the R and S notations here. So consider this is, we know that it is a chiral carbon, this also is the chiral carbon. Now you have to assign the number. So out of the which is the 4, this is the different atoms here. So the priority is given to the oxygen atom. Okay, next to the carbon. But here also it contains the carbon, here also it contains. But the next next atom is which one? The hydrogen. But here it is a nitrogen, and the priority is given to this one, to this chiral carbon. Next, this is the 3, and this will be the 4. Just identify this one. According to this one, the rotations will be like this. Rotations is like this. Okay, so now I am going to give the number, because here they just indicate the number. This is the first, second, third, and fourth. If I assign the number, this is the first position, second, because we are going to give the priority to which one? The alcohol, rather than the which is the amine. Okay, see this one. Here the rotations will be the which is the clockwise. Just identify this, and the rotations will be the clockwise. Remember one thing: if the least priority is on the horizontal, that is this one, horizontal, we have to take the reverse of this one. So this is the clockwise. What is the reverse of this one? This is the anti-clockwise. So the anti-clockwise, what you are going to write? This is the S. Okay, come to this one here. So for the second chiral carbon, the priority will be like this: 1, and this will be gets the second position, and this will be the third, and this will be the fourth. See the rotations here. What is the rotations here? This is the anti-clockwise. But where is the least priority? The least priority is in the horizontal. That means you have to take the reverse of that one. What is the reverse of that one? That is the R. Okay. So what are the positions of this carbon? That is the second. And what are the positions of this chiral carbon? That is the third. Okay. Hence we can identify the which one? The 2s and the 3r. Okay. So remember one thing. Whenever if you assign the particular priority, okay, so then you have to identify if the least priority is on the horizontal, we have to take the reverse of that one. If the least priority on the vertical, if the least priority on the vertical, this rotation will be as it is. This is the rules and regulations here. Okay, so hence in this case the option is the which one? The D. Okay, so next one, the next question. The IPC name of the well-known, there's a terpene camphor having the structure. Okay, this is the bicyclo compounds here. Okay, let me write this one here. Okay, so the bicyclo compound. So the naming of the bicyclo compounds, and here we are having like this. Okay, and this is like this. Okay, so this is the CH3, and we are having a functional group, that is the double bond. Okay, okay, now how to give the IPC name for the cyclic compounds? Remember one thing, you have to identify the bridged carbon atom. So this will be the bridged carbon atom. Okay, just identify, this will be the bridged carbon atom. So what is the rules and regulations in the bicyclo compound? If I identify the bridged carbon atom, so we can pass this carbon to this carbon in the three ways. The one is this one, and the other is this one, and the next thing is the middle one. Okay, we can go from this carbon to this carbon in the three way, but you have to identify the more number of that means you have to give the priority to the more number of the carbon. So here, if you pass from here, what you can identify 2. If you pass from here, what you can identify the 2 carbon, we can meet the 2 carbon. If you pass from this carbon to this carbon, we can meet only the 1 carbon. Now we have to give the priority to the 2. But see the next one here. Here we don't have the functional group, but here we are having the functional group. Hence the priority is given to this side. Okay, that means let me write the particular the number here: 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next thing you have to give. So again the higher number is which one? 2. The next thing is what? 5, 6, and then you have to give to the least number of this one, that is the bridged carbon, that is the 7. Okay, this becomes the 7, and this is nothing but the which is the bond line represent. That means here what does it contains? That is the CH3. Okay, now you are given the priority. So this positions is nothing but what does it contain? CH3. Here also it contains the CH3. Sometimes they are going to indicate, sometimes they are not going to indicate. Okay, in the first positions also what you are having the methyl, and even in the seventh positions also what you are having the methyl. Okay, just go to this one here. Now you have to give you have to give the name for the subroutine. First positions methyl, seventh positions also methyl, again on the 7. So what are you going to write? 1, 7, 7 trimethyl. So now the substitutions is the completed. Next come to the bicyclo. So always you have to give the prefix will be the bicyclo. But see the next one here. Here you have to indicate. So from the higher number of carbon to the lower, higher is which one? Here it is the 2, here also the 2, here is also the 1. So higher we have to give to the 2. So then you have to 2.2.1, because from passing from this bridged carbon to this bridged carbon atom, we are going to have the 3 way to meet that carbon. The one is by passing through this one, 2 carbon we can meet. By passing through this one, we can meet 2 carbon. By passing from this side, we are going to meet 1. Higher to the lower, 2.2.1. Okay, so next thing is the count the number of the carbon atom. The total number of the carbon atom is the 7, and so what you are going to write the F, carbon to carbon single bond, what you are going to write the N. But see the next one here. Here we are having the functional group. That is the ketone. The suffix for the ketone is the on. See the positions of the ketone, that is the 2 on. Okay, hence the IUPAC name for this compound is 1, 7, 7 trimethyl bicyclo. So this is the bicyclo 2.2.1 heptane 2 on. Okay, hence the option is which one? The B. Okay, next one. The correct IUPAC name of the compound. Okay, the previous one is the bicyclo compound, this one is the spiro compound. Okay, but again you have to identify the rules and regulations here. In the spiro compound, that means the the ring is attached to the same carbon. Okay, just identify this one. This is the particular, this is the representations here. Okay, just go this one. So now what you have to identify, this is the particular the carbon. Spiro means what? The one carbon is attached, the same carbon is attached to the 2 ring. Okay, it is not about the bicyclo, it is about the spiro. But in the spiro, in the bicyclo compound, you have to give the priority to the more number of the carbon, but here you have to identify the less. Just identify. So consider this as a reference here. From here, how many carbon we can have? 3. 1, 2, 3, and here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means we have to give the priority to the lower number, especially in the spiro. You have to give to the lower number. Next you have to go for the which is the higher number, but the numbering is always is given to this side rather than this carbon. That means this is the first position, second, third, and now this becomes the 4, 5, 6, 7, the next thing is your the 8. And now the prefix what you are going to use, that is your the spiro, because it is a spiro compound. But here we are to increase from lower to the what the higher. There it was in the bicyclo compound is a higher to lower. Here it is what the lower to higher. So now we are going to have 3, 4. Okay, what is the total number of carbon? That is what the 8. What you are going to have? Octane. Spiro 3, 4 octane. Okay, so hence in this case the option is, okay, spiro 3, 4 octane. The option is which one? The C. Okay, let me take the next one here. Out of the following compounds, which will have a zero dipole moment? Okay, so let me write to the particulars about the structure here, then you come to know here. Okay, so see this one here. Carbon to carbon double bond. Here we are having 1, 1 dichloro, that is the word the ethylene. They're given the word the common name here. Okay, so for the second one, that is the cis here, that means the word the carbon to carbon double bonds, what you are going to have, that is the word the Cl. So here it is the word the H, here also the word the H, and here it is the which is the word the Cl. Okay, see the next one here. In the trans, so it is a opposite side here. Okay, so now here also what you are having, this is the Cl, and here it is the which is the word the H. Just identify this concept here. The dipole movement is from the word the less electronegative to which is the word the more electronegative. Okay, less to the which is the word the more. Okay, so what you have to identify the word the zero dipole movement. Okay, here also from less electronegative to the which is the more electronegative. Okay, but here it will be like this. Okay, because hydrogen is less electronegative than the which one the sp2 hybridized carbon atom. You just identify this one here. This is the word the like this, and here it will be like this. See this one, from here to here, from here to here. So just go to this one here. Here we can identify the mu value which is not equal to 0, because this shows some polarity, because there is a movement here, and here also the mu value which is not equal to what the 0. But come to this one here, the one is moving opposite side. You just identify the one like this. This is what the opposite side. Okay, this will be they gets cancel each other, hence the mu value that becomes your the 0. The one is coming the opposite direction, hence in this case the mu value that is what the which is equal to 0. Okay, so here the mu value which is equal to 0. Okay, so now in this questions what you have to identify is, so that means the mu value which is equal to what the 0. That means in the trans, so we can identify the which is what the mu value which is equal to what the 0. Okay, that means the dipole moment which is equal to 0 compared to the cis and the trans will be the what the most stable. Okay, hence in this case the mu value is 0 in the which is the trans 1, 2 dichloroethylene.